Right. Hello, boys and girls. It's Mightymasochist here again. I'm messing around in the garage, and I was thinking about doing a quick review about the T-44, T-44 Soviet medium tank, Tier 8 medium tank. Let's take a quick look at the stats first. So at first we'll notice that it only has 1300 hit points, which is fairly low. For example, compared to the Pershing has 1440, and Panther 2 with the stock turret has 1400, so I suspect it has around 1500. So yeah, it's got the lower end of the stick there. It's fairly light, 34.59 tons on my configuration, and it has 680 horsepower engine, which means it has a specific power to weight ratio of 19.66, which is good. It can get a move on if it needs, and it speed limit 51 kph. So it's really good again, and thanks to that good horsepower ratio, it can actually reach that speed with fair ease. And the traverse speed is very good, 44 degrees per second. Turret traverse is also very good, 48 degrees, and it kinda dictates how this tank plays. 380 meters in view range, yeah, it's pretty standard, and 730 signal range, yeah, it's good. We're expecting to have good signal ranges at tier 8s. And quick look at the armor. 90 at the front of the hull, sloped, 75 on the sides, yeah, it's crap. 45 at the rear, it's shit. Turret is fairly well armored, 120 at the front and 100 sides and rear. But this tank is not about the armor. It's a low profile tank, it's maneuverable, and its turret turns fast, which means this tank plays like a flanker or a brawler, and it comes down to the gun selection. Now, well, before we take a look at the gun selection, let's take a look at the research tree. You have first, when you first unlock the T-44, you have a pretty horrible grind in your way, because you have the stock tracks, the stock engine. You may have this radio if you have played the KB3 or MT25 or some other tanks listed there, but if not, you're gonna have to use that shitty mid-tier radio, and obviously stock turret and this 85mm gun, which you first unlocked at the T-34-85, and same gun you're going to have to unlock on T-43, because you need that gun to unlock the T-44. And this gun, it is a good gun on T-34-85. It's rather mediocre. Well, it's bad gun. Well, it's mediocre, very mediocre gun on T-43, but it's absolutely useless on a tier 8 tank. You do not want to use this gun on T-44. But to get the good guns, you need to unlock the tracks at 1300 XP and the turret at 20,000. 13,000, sorry, and 20,000. And if you haven't unlock this gun, for example on IS or KV3, you are going to have a pretty damn long run, because this gun is 16,000, 16,500 XP. I had I I had it easy, because I have been playing this game for a fairly long time. Back when I was playing, KV3 was a tier 6 heavy tank, and I unlocked this gun back then. So I already had it researched. And well, you as I said, you don't want to use this thing longer than you have to. When you get to this thing, it's starting to get better, but it's still kind of lacking. Rate of fire is slowish. Penetration is your average Russian tier 7, 100 millimeter and 122 millimeter guns. The damage has been buffed on these guns. It used to be 230, now it's 250. Good stuff, but the rate of fire has been reduced. It used to be over 7 rounds per minute, but I actually like that change. The gun was kind of weedy on damage output, despite being 100 millimeters of a caliber. Accuracy is horrible. Aiming time is pretty bad. But you don't want to use this gun either, because you have this thing, the LB1 100mm gun, which is an improvement. It fires faster, it's way more accurate, and aiming time is better. And you also use this gun on T-44. So do unlock it, because you have to unlock it on T-54. Moment of advice. And this tank also has another interesting gun. It's basically same 122mm gun as you use on IS, KV1S, and so on and so on. Except that it's a bit different. It's a tier 8 gun. On paper it's the top gun on this tank. However, it has really slow reload. It's even slower than the BL-10 on the ISU 152. Same mediocre, kind of low penetration, 175, buttload of damage, 390, very bad accuracy, 0.43, and bad aiming time as well, 3.4 seconds. It's really bad. But you can use this gun, as I'm gonna show you pretty soon in the replay, as that gun can actually, well, with this gun, the 100mm, it's more of a traditional flanker with pretty rapid firing gun. Well, it's not a rapid firing, but kinda rapid fire gun. And you get around the sides and rear of the enemy and keep pumping the shots. Well, with the 122mm, you cannot do it. You get in the sides and rear, and you get in so close that accuracy and aiming time doesn't matter. And you go bang, and you get the hell out of there. And because you have a very long reload, it's nearly 20-second reload, and you don't want to be sitting around. And just to show you the fact that with the 122mm gun, this tank has DPM of 1200. With the 100mm, 1700. So there's also that. Equipment choice for the tank. Gun drummer, well, obviously you want to pump the shots as fast as you can, and because it's a flanking tank, you definitely want a vertical stabilizer. just to improve the accuracy on the move and turret rotation, and wet ammo rack is a must. This tank has incredibly weak ammo rack. And for the same exact reason I have safe stowage on my loader, but still, even with those two combined, I get lots of ammo rack damage. It's so fragile. This thing is basically just a moving ammo rack. And other crew skills, yeah, Sixth Sense is good idea for the commander because it's pretty mobile, and if you're spotted, you can easily relocate. I've actually got Deadeye on the gunner, and it can actually be pretty damn effective with the 100mm gun, especially if you're playing against certain German tanks like Panther II, Tiger II and such. If you can get into their rear and keep shooting at their engines, you're more likely to set them on fire, and I have done exactly that. And then this was my old T-43 crew, and I have controlled impact. Just in case I need to go chase some scouts, I can ram them if I miss the shots. And but other crew skills, well, for the gunner, snapshot is good idea, and for the driver, smooth ride is definitely a good idea, and off-road driving, not a bad idea either. So yeah, let's see some of the replays I have in store for you. By the way, just to let you guys know as well, I've just got a XVM, and it's Quickie Babies mod pack, and this game I had the 122mm gun, and we can whoops, not good. Okay, a moment of fail. We can see that it's pretty much a smash and trap for the enemy. So yeah, I'm here with my very slow firing 122mm gun. Why I'm showing you this is because I want you guys to see how it can work in this tank. And there's a Hellcat. That was completely speculative fire, and I believe I missed that one. But yeah, I shouldn't have taken that shot because the reload is incredibly slow in this tank. And there he is again. And there, as you can see, there's the Quickie Baby's Sixth Sense. And then this, I kinda rushed the shot, and I didn't even know if he was there, and there he is. If I had waited, I could have shot him in his ass. But I spot a wild AMX-12T, and that's an IS-3. Yeah, AMX-12T still there, and bang. That's the alpha damage of this gun. And whoop, there's a Hellcat. And for the Hellcat, I'm loading high explosive because I can overmatch his front armor, and I can deal full damage. I will certainly kill him with this shot. There. And I most likely did some critical damage as well, so I also get some extra XP from that. And there's IS-3, and Jacket Panther over there. Oh, super bashing IS-3 KB1S. Oh shit! And now I'm spotted, but what I do know is that I have cover. I have T-44 on my side, and those guys don't have the gun depression to shoot me. And actually now I'm thinking of maybe I should go back there and relocate, but then I actually take a look at the map and see that our guys have just rolled over them on the heavy tank corner. So then I realized that, hey, when they come from there, these guys are gonna have to split their fire. And that's where this surprise butt-sex gun. Oh, that was that's the accuracy of this gun. And oh, hello, S3. Go away, please. And suddenly the scores are looking actually pretty bad. Aren't looking that good. 6-5. We're still winning, but and I'm trying to pull the scores up here. But the thing is that shots in the ass. E25, don't give a shit. Enemy still has some very good players. We have some good players, but most of our players aren't spectacular. And I'm hopelessly trying to help this IS-3 out, but my AP round bounces. And now I'm going to make this shot hit. APCR and bang. Had to kill him. That pretty much you could say argue that that shot actually kinda sealed the game, killing that IS-3. Up, KV-1S. I'm loading the APCR because I don't want to screw up now. It was a smash and grab for the enemy. They were supposed to grab and we were supposed to be smashed. But we're pulling it up, so I want to make sure that we can do it. And that actually bounced. I bounced APCR from the ass of a KV-1S. Oh boy, he wants my blood. Oh shit. Go away, IS-3. But now the KV-1S has shot. I'm reloaded and bang, dragged. I leave him to IS-3. So now, the Indian Panther has troubles of his own. So I'm switching to HE and I'm gonna nail their artillery. And now bearing in mind that while I was over there, a shot landed right next to me, and that's why I'm pretty much certain that the artillery is around K0, J0 and around there. So I'm gonna go and smack him if I can find him. I'm gonna smack him with my HE, and it will certainly kill him. There's no way, and my HE would not kill him. And he's fired, and now I can go there. Please, and aim carefully and bang. And that's how it's done with the 122mm gun. Let's take a look at the post-battle stats screen. Okay, now this is the game that you just saw, the results, and fairly good amount of XP, non-doubled. And as you can see, we did the most. We got the most XP. We did 5 kills, but we didn't do the most damage. It's mainly because of the very slow reload. This tank works like well, pretty much like a surprise, butt-sex, bang and go away. That's how it works, because the reload is so slow you can't afford to stay there unless the enemy is not focused on you, like that IS-3. That one. Yeah. And there you can see only 11 shots fired, 8 of them hit and 6 of them penetrated. Not that much of a damage. Some spotting damage done, yeah. Yay. And as you can see, with the high explosive shells that I fired, for example, the artillery received 4 critical hits, and well, that contributes to my XP load. And Hellcat got 2 critical hits, so yeah, not bad. But what about the 100mm gun then? I'm gonna show you what we can do with the 100mm gun. Now bearing in mind, 100mm gun does have over double the rate of fire, and it does less damage, but it has considerably higher DPM. And here we are at Fisherman's Bay. We're top tier. KV-1S is very happy to be here. And well, he doesn't know what it was like before patch 7.5, so we leave him at that. And if you guys don't know, before patch 7.5, tier 6 tanks could face up to tier 9 tanks. So yeah, tier 7 tanks would go against tier 10s, and I actually killed my first tier 10 in my Yak Panther, and it was an IS-7, so yeah. And Easy 8 Sherman must be cursing now. He got the forward position, and I trolled him a bit, shot him, got away, and relocate. And that's how. And actually, in this game, I'm pretty much an way more aggressive than in the last one. With the 122mm gun, you can't afford to play it like this because of the very slow reload. But that T-69 is focusing on other targets, so I can aim and shoot at my laser. Leisure, whatever it's spelled like. And yeah, let's see, we have a T-29 now. Take a look at this. This T-29, he is going to be so mad. Track him. Keep him tracked. He cannot shoot me because his turret is behind the building. Make sure he's tracked. He's not getting out there alive. He doesn't have a repair kit. And one last shot before artillery finishes him off. And yeah, there's that sneaky Easy 8. Well, he's not going to be sneaky too long. Let's go and surprise. Oh, that was unfortunate. But it's because of the reload, we can still make it. If that had been the 122mm gun, I couldn't have done it. I should have had. I would have been forced to get back, get the hell out of there while I reload. And that's why the 100mm gun offers far more flexibility. And we have T-44 over there. He fires, he misses. I fire, I don't miss, and I penetrate. And here we can fire once more, and our T-34 hits him, and we got ammo racked. That's something to be very cautious about this tank. It gets ammo-racked a lot. And oh shit! K1 in Churchill 7. Yeah, that wasn't good. That wasn't good. Need to get the hell out of here. Loader dead. Revive him with the magical revive him with the med pack. And side of the turret of the Churchill. Yeah, please. And you could say that this game is already in the bag. We totally got this. All of our tier 8 tanks are still alive in game. Only tier 8s the enemy have is artillery, and it appears that they haven't been too effective in this one. Yeah, so you can argue that this game is in the bag already. So I'm going here just in case I need to, you know, defend the cap, because we don't know exactly how strong force there is. So, well, pretty much now I don't need to give a shit, and that's a T-29/2. And yeah, let's see, no, don't have a shit. Oh! IS-2. There we go. And we can't get another son. Nope. Artillery nails him. And now let's give this T-25/2 some surprise butt sex. Rape is the best form of sex. Okay, and now it's time for the artillery hunting. Keep an eye on that T-34 named Aldu. He's gonna be a little douchebag. Yeah, that's convincing. And there is more. That was very close. Well, let's leave that idiot be. And oh, artillery, and I'm spotted. Oh shit, missed. Don't have a shot up. They're aiming this way, so hell no. And I'm spotted. And oh, they both fired and missed, but when I was playing, I wasn't sure if both of them had fired, but when I checked later, that yes, they both have fired. And can we sneak the kill on the last one? Yay! So that's the kind of game I like. And let's take a look at some post-battle results of that one. Oops. Failing here. There. Master Badge Class 1. Quite a bit of must hand it. Good amount of credits and great deal of XP, and that's undoubled actually. There, we made good amount of XP. We did over nearly twice the amount of damage we did than with the 122mm gun, and that comes down to the faster rate of fire. 3 kills, yeah, Confederate, not bad, and good amount of money. 1000 spotting damage, potential damage received 1300. It can bounce some shots, but don't count on it. It doesn't live by its armor, and actually, now that I look back here, this T-34 that was trying to shoot at me, he is probably going to kill me because he wanted his platoon mate to get the top gun. But well, I can't give them everything. I get to do some shit myself. Well, anyway, that sums up my review of the T-44, Tier 8 Soviet medium tank. And I'll catch you later with whatever I'll do next.